The International Monetary Fund has prepared an analysis on Kazakhstan's economic development for the next few years. The IMF forecasted that Kazakhstan will see a GDP growth of 3.7% in 2018. According to the analysis, the economic growth in the republic will be driven by higher oil production as well as increasing activities in trade and manufacturing industry. Based on the report, Kazakhstan's economic growth has accelerated in 2017. The acceleration was due to measures taken by the government, which includes budget support, flexible exchange rate, use of inflation targeting, as well as strengthening the banking sector and implementation of structural reforms. However, if the country wants to keep up with its international peers, the GDP growth must be higher. The continuation of the structural reforms is necessary for significant improvement of the well-being of Kazakhstan's population. The reforms must be aimed at improving the business climate, raising the effectiveness of public administration and governance.
The good thing is that Kazakhstan has announced and started implementing many plans in this area, reforms of public administration, boosting infrastructure and so on. And some progress has been made, but the priority now is to put the good plans that are on paper into practice. The really critical thing is to make sure that the role of the state is not to compete with private companies in the productive sector, but the state should provide public services.
Advanced technologies are increasingly being used. After global modernization, the Karagandi foundry and machine building plant are reaching its full design capacity. This year, the automation process has produced goods worth 6 billion tenge. In general, production volumes have doubled. Due to the modern equipment, the range of products has been expanded. The quality of goods has improved as well. For example, the equipment with a numerical program control is used to produce complex and large size parts. The employees control the processing system.
Күрделі геометриялық мысалы пішіндерді бұрын ескі станоктарда алуға мүмкін.
It was impossible to produce complex geometric shapes on old machines. Now, due to modern technologies and equipment, we can create any kind of detail. We can confidently take assignments of any complexity, which opens up great prospects for our company.
жаңа сеніммен біз басқа да андай тапсырыстарды алуға мүмкіндік береді.
The cost of modernizing the foundry and machine building plant is estimated at 14 billion tenge. More than 50 modern machines from Czech Republic, South Korea and Italy have been used. The replacement of all equipment took nearly 2 years, although production continues. Today, the nomenclature of the plant amounted to 5,100 items. Our nomenclature is constantly expanding. We have a powerful engineering and technical complex. Today, nearly 100 experts have learned how to use the new equipment. By the end of the year, the facility will reach its full design capacity. In the first half of 2019, the European Union will adopt a new strategy for cooperation with Central Asia. This was stated by Austrian Minister for Europe, Integration and Foreign Affairs Karin Knisel during a meeting with ambassadors of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. In addition, the topic of multilateral discussions has become an expansion of prospects for cooperation between Austria and representatives of the Central Asian region. According to the official Turkmen portal website, Turkmenistan and Azerbaijan have discussed the creation of the Lazurit International Transport and Transit Corridor. The corridor will pass through the territory of several countries such as Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Georgia and Turkey. The parties reviewed the proposals to attract transit cargo and creation of a logistics system. Topics of introducing unified tariffs and optimizing customs procedures were also discussed. In Uzbekistan, the Tashkent International Arbitration Center will be established as part of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. According to Uzdaily, the center's main goal is to conduct through international arbitration resolution of disputes between commercial organizations that are located in different states as well as with foreign investors. Along with Uzbek specialists, foreign arbitrators will be invited to the center. Development of the draft law on international commercial arbitration in Uzbekistan will be completed within a month. Kazakhstan plans to have communications in Uzbekistan, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan using a new satellite. According to the press service of the Kazakh Ministry of Defense and Aerospace Industry, the Kassat-2R space system will provide the telecommunications services. Kazakhstan is preparing to create Kassat-2R to replace the Kassat-2 spacecraft, which has been in orbit since 2011. Kyrgyzstan is increasing its export potential. The country intends to increase its export volume to China. The share of exported products amounted over 5%. The list of the exported goods includes nearly 100 items. Mainly ores, petroleum, grain, medicinal plants, raw fur, leather, wool and yarn are sold to China.
В 2017 году экспорт нашей республики.
In 2017, Kazakhstan's exports to China amounted to $97.5 million and compared with 2016, it increased by 21.7%. China is ranked 7th among all the countries to which Kyrgyzstan exports.
Вывозит, экспортирует. Китай занимает 7-е место.
In the near future, Kyrgyz businessmen will increase their export performance. The businessmen are ready to offer environmentally friendly products to Chinese consumers, including several types of honey. One of the country's beekeeping enterprises exports almost half of the amount of the plant's honey to China.
В настоящее время в год мы экспортируем на китайский рынок более.
Currently, in a year, we export over 500 tons of honey to the Chinese market. However, the Chinese market is a big one, which we will continue to supply. Therefore, we are looking for new customers and slowly increasing our volumes.
Заказчиков новых, и потихоньку у нас объемы увеличиваются.
Soon, products of the made in Kyrgyzstan confectionery will be exported to the Chinese market as well. A company that has established as a manufacturer of a natural and high-quality product has become the flagship in this industry in the Kyrgyz market and plans to export its baked products. The Chinese appreciated the Kyrgyz white and rye bread. A recipe was specially developed with Chinese technologists. Every month, the company exports 40 tons of baked products to China.
Многим нашим действительно покупателям, клиентам с Китая.
Many of our customers who are from China have liked this bread because it is an ecological product. People who for the first time tried our nut and raisins from Arslanbob, Kyrgyzstan, have immediately noticed the flavor.
Попробовали, сразу ощутили этот аромат ореха, да? И изюма, и наш изюм.
Kyrgyzstan intends to expand the range of products exported to China. Beef, lamb and poultry have been prioritized. The parties have signed 4 export protocols. Kazakhstan's initiatives in preserving peace and strengthening security are well known globally. The country, as a member of the UN Security Council, calls the world community to join efforts in maintaining stability as well as to counter threats. For the first time in history of independent Kazakhstan, a local military unit will participate in an international peacekeeping mission. 120 soldiers who arrived in the Lebanese city of Marjayun had undergone special training during the year. Kazakhstan's personnel will serve in the Indian battalion. An agreement was reached between governments of the two countries. Preparation for the mission took place not only at domestic testing sites but also in a special center in New Delhi.
I'm very happy to welcome the Kazakhstan contingent to Lebanon, Indian battalion. It is a historic moment for both the contingent. It is the first time that the Kazakhstan contingent is deploying in UN mission as part of the Indian battalion for a peacekeeping operation.
Negotiations on participation of Kazakh soldiers in the Middle East mission have been continuing for several years. Ranks of the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon have been replenished by Kazakh peacekeepers who have undergone a tough selection.
В эту сводную роту мы отобрали
For this consolidated military unit, we selected servicemen who present themselves only from the positive side and who have served for at least 3 years. We saw that in previous years, they all participated in all international exercises and had experience in the UN system, and we made a special effort on language training.
Смотрели, какие они зарубежные курсы проходили в системе ООН.
The UN mission in Lebanon is one of the longest-running peacekeeping operations. The Kazakh military personnel will stay there for 6 months. Under the UN mandate, the military personnel will carry out patrols of the so-called Blue Line on the border of Lebanon and Israel, organize observation posts, as well as assist the Lebanese armed forces when it is needed. Each of these officers has their own story. When they are asked about their readiness to serve the world, they give only one answer.
2007 жылы Ирактағы болған тәжірибемді осы жақта.
In 2007, I visited Iraq and want to share my experience with young people. I came here for this purpose.
Сондай мақсатпен келдім осы жаққа.
Конечно, готов. У меня
Of course, I am ready. I have no combat experience, so I have taken many courses in the Czech Republic as an instructor in peacekeeping operations. I have traveled to America and the Republic of Macedonia for peacekeeping exercises. I've gained a lot of experience, and I want to have an experience in the Republic of Lebanon.
у меня есть применить здесь, в Республике Ливан.
Rare musical compositions, original quiz, and other ancient works were showcased in the National Museum. The main highlight was an audio archive of the museum, which contains more than 1,000 rare audio recordings of famous Kazakh kuishi, akins, jirshi, and singers. Visitors can listen to the original sound of the famous folk musicians and learn about the history of the musical masterpiece, which once became part of the cultural heritage of Kazakhs. Project manager Manas Bayatan says that the audio archive will be useful not only for music connoisseurs but also for modern young performers. Scientists can also use this collection of records for research.
Француздық дыбыс жазушылар, дыбыс режиссерлары Амре Қашаубаевқа өтініш жасап, арнайы студияға ертіп.
Unfortunately, the song record of Amre Kashaubayev from Paris did not reach us. With great difficulty, we managed to get these audio recordings from the Moscow archive, and now they are placed in our audio archive.
Москва сахнасынан, Москва архивынан табылып келген архивтер бар. Амре Қашаубаевтың дауысын осы жерден қазір тыңдауға болады.
This is a great opportunity for performers to join musicians and to be part of their heritage. Today I brought my book and songs, which is kept in the archive, and now they are also part of our musical history. A cartoon about the Great Silk Road will be showcased in less than a year. President of the Kazakh Animated Film Association, Joly Mirzashev, will present the legend about the ancient caravan road connecting the West and the East. Spectators can watch the cartoon in Kazakh. This will be the first full-length animated film dedicated to the Silk Road.
Менің мақсатым осы жерде қолдау тауып отырғаным.
My goal is to show the importance of friendship and peace to people. How is it to be friends, not opposing each other, but honoring each other's culture? How is it to be honored guests and have a strong relationship? This is a project that teaches patience.
Соған шақыратын, соған мегзейтін ол бірден-бір жоба.
Joly Mirzashev and his foreign colleagues had taken 5 years to write the script. The main cartoon character is Jibek. The animation has some elements of Chinese culture, such as a big dragon and an imperial palace. China's production centers are interested in the cartoon.
Бір ризашылығым, Қытай қоғамының ішінде түсінетін, мені қабылдайтын, мені қолдайтын мамандар, азаматтар көп.
I'm glad that there are specialists who understand me and support my projects. They also talk about the importance of popularizing the very idea of the Silk Road. Therefore, we need to reach a new level, for example, to compete with Disney. Today, we work on these goals.
Табыламыз деген сөздерді естіп, мен осы жерде бірнеше рет келіп, қазір біраз уақытқа визам бар.
In addition, the author has animated a series of Keruen created for the international audience. Currently, negotiations are continuing with investors for its showcase in cinemas. Power of art can unite a nation. Ethnic Kazakhs living abroad came to their historical homeland. They took part in an international film titled Kasiyete Kazakh Yili in Astana. This is an annual creative contest in genres such as mushaira and terme. Kazakh artists from all regions of the Republic took part in the contest as well. Artisans also demonstrated their skills. 50 participants from Germany, France, China and Turkey attended the festival. 19 of them are masters of applied art. All of them promote Kazakh culture on the world stage.
Тәрбие бесіктен басталатын болғаннан кейін балаларды кішкентай кезінен үйретеміз, салт дәстүріне осындай ойыншықтарды жасаймыз.
We need to teach our traditions to children. Therefore, we do toys or traditional ceremonies, yurts and dolls. We produce national souvenirs so that Kazakhs do not forget our traditions. There are many other nationalities in Omsk and we introduce them to our culture.
Сосын Омбыда басқа халықтар да тұрады, ол сол басқа халықтарды да біздің салт дәстүрмен таныстырамыз.
Шет жердегі этникалық қазақтарды қолдау, солардың салт дәстүрін сақтауға, тілін сақтауға, олардың жаңағы мынау қол өнері.
The head of state has assigned us to pay special attention to traditions, Kazakh language and crafts in order to support ethnic Kazakhs. As part of this goal, the government has developed a special program. Offices of the World Kazakh Association have been opened in each region. This event is also organized to support Kazakhs around the world.
Әр жердегі қазақтарға осы қолдау көрсету мақсатында осы шара өткізіліп жатыр.
Organizers say that the goal of the festival is to support talented compatriots and popularize Kazakh culture in the international space. More than 5 million ethnic Kazakhs live in 43 different countries. On November 25th, Kazakhstan, represented by Danelia Tulesheva, will take part for the first time in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. Now the young singer is actively preparing for the competition. Danelia is being coached by famous vocal professionals. Voice coach Maria Struve says that the Kazakh singer will not leave any chances to competitors. The Moscow specialist is the creator of a unique voicing technique.
Как музыкант, она уже абсолютно зрелая, грамотная и...
As a musician, she is absolutely mature and competent. There are no problems on deciding how to sing and present. When we first met, this girl assigned a clear goal that she needs to better control her voice. We accomplished this goal last May.
Мне нужно лучшее управление голосом. Мы эту задачу выполнили в мае прошлого года.
Astana hosted an annual international competition and festival of choreography titled Roses of Kazakhstan. Spectators enjoyed the bright costumes, spectacular performances, and most importantly, they were left with great impressions. Bands from Kazakhstan, Russia, and Bulgaria aged between 5 and 25 took part in the competition. The competition is very interesting. I like Kazakhstan very much. We mostly staged modern choreography but also presented a classical performance. We had a moment when we danced with roses. The rose inspires our personality and the rose is our soul. In total, more than 800 participants staged their performances in the capital's Youth Palace. There were 9 nominations from classical and folk dance to hip-hop. Contestants were divided into 6 age groups. In 2 days, the performance showcased over 200 dance performances.
Мы оцениваем артистичность, музыкальность, ритмичность и хорошие хореографские идеи.
We appreciate the artistry, musicality, rhythm, and good choreographic ideas. Kazakh dance is very temperamental. I am amazed. I am very delighted. I have seen them before. Now they have grown not only physically but also professionally. This is a good country and Astana is a space and a modern city.
Не только физически, но и профессионально. Это хорошая страна. Это, я думаю, что Астана это космический, модерный город.
The Roses of Kazakhstan project is aimed at the development and support of children's and youth creativity, as well as at strengthening of friendship between people through the unity of cultures. The next festival will be organized in Almaty early next year.